How did you cultivate your strong connection to Africa and to the things about us that we should be celebrating as African people? Have you been this way since childhood? Was it in your family, your community? Where did this come from?
I think it comes from a personal need that I had because I grew up in a white population majority city that is Bogota, the capital of Colombia. And here we have a lot of racism. For example, we don't have the African history in the books of official history of Colombia, for example. We don't have Black people in media. We don't have that Black influence, for example. And we are 12 million Black people in Colombia, but we grow up without the identity we need to have. So to me, in my case, I grew up thinking that I was just a Black girl. I knew that I was a Black girl, but I used to straighten my hair. I used to think that Africa was a country, a poor country, for example. I used to think that I was not really connected with Africa, you know. But when I understood that the only tool that I have to be able to fight against that racism was embracing my roots as an African descendant, as an Afro-Colombian, for example, because I think Africa is seen as not only as a look, not only as a color of skin, but Africa is the way we look the world, the way we dance, the way we understand history. So that was something that I started to study, not magic. We need to work in our African identity. We need to search, we need to read, we need to see movies, we need to try to go to Africa. It was almost 20 years ago. I passed 20 years suffering because of racism and because of the lack of identity I had. But for the last 15 years, I have been connecting and reconnecting and studying and trying to create that new person that I really want to be. And it's an African person. It's an African woman born in Colombia.